Hello everyone, and welcome to day 3 of our self-love week. I have actually saved today as the hump day special because I've been the most excited about this day because I feel that I have so much to share, and it's a concept and an area of understanding that many of you may not have come across before for a lot of this information, and I'm quite excited to share it. So today we're talking about frequencies, which is quite a broad concept. I struggled to narrow it down to just a small enough amount to share but still be really impactful for you. And I've chosen to focus on a few different areas within this. Oh, I can actually see comments today. Good morning, Jess. Nice to see you here. So first of all, I'll pre-frame this that if you're a, believe it when you see it kind of person, then today's really going to open up your mind to some new possibilities. So what we can see as humans is a very narrow spectrum of the known frequencies. And I'm actually going to see, I noticed yesterday that something new was available. I'm wondering if I can share my screen. It showed it to me before I went live. It may not be an option once I'm live. That's annoying. That's okay. What I will do is I will post it in the group afterwards, because I have an image of the visible spectrum of light, and we can see this tiny little piece of it. And prior to the piece that we can see, I'll open up the image for myself. There's ultraviolet on one side of the spectrum, infrared on the other side. Past infrared is radio waves and television, what the televisions pick up. The opposite direction prior to ultraviolet light is X-rays that we've taught machines to be able to open up, and gamma rays. So that's what we know exists, and we can see such a narrow spectrum of that. However, I've had a personal experience about 10 years ago meeting somebody just on the street in a local town near me called Morpeth. That's relevant, but I was walking down the street just as a tourist for the day, and I had my daughter in a stroller. She was about 3 at the time. I was stopped in the street by a lady who said to me, "I don't usually do this, this is a bit confronting, but I just wanted to tell you that your auras are unique." And so this lady could see people's visible, or like invisible to us, to most people, she could see people's auras. And she said to me that I had a particularly golden glow in my aura, which is apparently quite rare. She said that she was of the belief that I was put on this earth to radiate joy and to teach people about joy. And she said, but the really fascinating one is your daughter. And she said that she had never seen such a vivid indigo glow around a child before. And she believed that my daughter Sophie was quite unique and a very old soul, and that she was here with a higher purpose. And that stuck with me. I'd never had any exposure prior to that to auras, never given it any thought, and but it stayed with me in the back of my mind. And then a couple of years ago, I was on holiday in Byron Bay, and I came across an opportunity to have our aura photos taken, and they were fascinating. I do indeed have a very big golden glow in mine, which the elderly gentleman taking my photo said he'd only seen a handful of times in his life, but also it was my daughter who fascinated him, because she does indeed have a very strong indigo glow in her aura, and he said he had never, ever seen that before after taking decades of photos. He'd said he had certainly never seen it in a child, and he'd come across it in his decades, he said, twice, with some people who are very in tune with their spiritual side. Anyway, fascinating insight, but it's just, I just wanted to share that with you to open your mind to the possibility that we are energetic beings and that we can't see the energy we're putting out in the world, but it doesn't mean it's not there. And there's also another form of photography called Kirlian photography. I'll post some pictures that I'd love you to see in the group after the live, that are taken of living or inanimate but living objects, so you can see the energy field that they emit as well. Really, really fascinating stuff. So that's just a piece of the light frequency that we can't see that is there. But now I wanted to talk to you about how can we impact that? What can we do with that knowledge? There are certain things that you can do using light frequency to improve your health and well-being. So red light therapy is something that's really taking off over recent times, that's known to have a very positive benefit for your health and well-being. So, actually I have something over here, I'll grab it. So you may have seen these face masks that you can purchase, and this is a red light one. You can actually change the lights on this one. You can see the red lights there. You can get stronger ones as well, but the red light is known to be very mood enhancing and fantastic for your health, for your cardiovascular system, for reducing stress levels, for boosting feelings of positivity, and it turns out that red light is also good for boosting collagen production in your skin. So the specific frequency that light emits that they can measure is known to have those impacts on your body. Isn't that amazing? Just incredible. So that's one way that light frequency can change the state of your body. That's why infrared saunas are becoming very popular, particularly when paired with red light. And it's the same thing. We know that that particular spectrum of frequency impacts the body in certain healing ways. And it's quite remarkable what it can do for your body. So those might be things that you'd like to explore further. But the frequencies that we can hear also can impact us in particular ways. I find all of this really fascinating. So there's a particular frequency that researchers in Japan have put quite a lot of effort into, and it's called the 528 hertz. Now I'm going to share a YouTube clip where you can go and listen to what 528 hertz is, and it's fascinating. It's kind of like this background pleasant sounding tone. When I'm having a really flat day, I just have that on in the background for a while, and it's known as the frequency of love. How cool is that? The frequency of love. I can actually measure it. And it is known to reduce cortisol levels in your body. It's been physically proven to reduce those stress chemicals in your body just by listening to that frequency. It's amazing, isn't it? So it's believed that listening to this frequency can give you a whole body positive energy boost, and it's known to also be cleansing to your aura. So very, very fascinating. I don't claim to be an expert in all of this by any stretch of the imagination, but I do find it fascinating, and I love to share what I learn. So perhaps that's something that you could investigate. So when it comes to sounds, it's also very important the music that you listen to, because music can be a therapy for your body. There's actually an entire degree you can study in music therapy. And I was first exposed to this concept of music as therapy through, again, my daughter, the same daughter. When she got leukemia, we met an incredible music therapist, and I've actually spoken about our experiences with this in a with Georgie Gardner from Channel 9 on a podcast. You can listen to the whole episode if you like. I'll share that. But I wanted to talk to you about a particular occasion when the music therapist came to Sophie's room after we'd had to have her revived, and her heart was still in a kind of dire circumstances. It was, after being revived, it was racing too fast and they couldn't get it down. This music therapist sat with her for quite a significant amount of time, and over the course of that time, her heart rate came down. It still gives me goosebumps. It was really like witnessing a miracle. And it's just amazing. Music has been shown again to change the chemical composition of your body and has been known to impact heart rate. And I've seen it. I've witnessed it. So I guess some of these experiences of my life have led me to be open to some of these more alternative therapies and options. But it is something that they use in hospitals, music as therapy. So I've done a little bit more research into it as well. So the music that you expose yourself to can change the chemical composition in your body for good or for bad. So it's very important, and that's partly why we did yesterday first. We were talking about, you know, the uplifting music that you can listen to and how it can make you feel, and dancing and moving to it can really turbocharge the chemical changes within your body. And so that's why I really want you to think about what you are listening to. Think about not just the the beat and the melody, but also the words, because they can have an impact as well. So one of the experiments that I came across in relation to music and its impact, and to words and their impact, was by Dr. Masaru Emoto, who conducted experiments on water. And again, I was hoping to be able to share these into the live. However, I will post it in the group, and I really encourage you to go back and have a look, because he was able to, and I'll bring up the photo so I can refer to it directly for myself now, but he was able to conduct experiments on water and the impact of words. So he would say a word to the water and then photograph its structure and how it changed the structure of the water. And words like thank you, wisdom, truth, eternal, angel, I love you, make the most beautiful crystals within the water. And he did it with the opposite as well. On the image that I'll show you, he photographed you fool, you make me sick, the word evil, polluted water before and after prayer. It is just so fascinating. The water, the crystals within the water change dramatically depending on the input given to it. And some of the experiments showed that even words on a water bottle can change the structure of the water within the bottle. So I choose to drink my water out of a glass bottle so that it's not got microplastics in it, but also metal bottles are good too. And I have joy, health and love. I have the bottles that I alternate between, because I know that then it's helping the structure of the water. And considering the human body is made up of 70% water, I want to be ensuring that the input is as positive as possible. So that's some more food for thought for you. But also they conducted experiments with particular music on water. And Beethoven's Fifth Symphony was contrasted with heavy metal music, and it's quite alarming the difference that it made. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony had created the most gorgeous structures within the water, and heavy metal music, it was fractured and almost distressing to see the difference that it made. So I just wanted you to be aware that the music you expose yourself to is very impactful on your body from a chemical composition level, from a cellular structure level, and of course, because you're 70% water, it's changing who you are as a being by exposing yourself to that kind of impact. So that's why your activities for today, there's 3. You can choose to do 1 or none or all, the more, obviously, the bigger self-love you'll be giving yourself. So today's activity suggestions are to have a look through your playlist and add some that feel happier, more upbeat, and perhaps reduce any that are sad or negative, or if you listen to heavy metal, please stop. Also, if you drink water primarily from some kind of canister, think about removing it if it's plastic and changing it to metal or glass, just for your health, nothing to do with frequency. And but to do with frequency, place a word on it. What is it that you most want in your life? Do you need more health? Do you need more positivity, joy, happiness? What is it? Write it on the bottle. Partly the intention of writing it is going to help, and also then they have shown that the word can change the structure of the water. And I encourage you to listen to at least a few minutes of 528 Hertz. I'm also going to share into the group a new song on my playlist that I have been listening to every morning. We know that gratitude completely changes our frequency, the frequency that we are emitting as a living, breathing human. Our aura is changed. They can measure it when we are operating from the frequency of gratitude. So I go into a lot of depth in my book about gratitude and how to best bring that into being. But this is a new thing I found, and it's a song called Thankful for Today by Valkyrie Beatflow. And it is so uplifting. I literally put it on play and listen to it before I even get out of bed in the morning. It's a wonderful 3 minutes to start my day from that place of gratitude. I finish my day by writing down something I'm grateful for from the day in my glitter journal, but this is a lovely, lovely way I've found to start my day. So I will post the Spotify link to it in the group, but I'm just going to end off the live by playing a little bit of it for you. Just turn it up a bit. Even the image that it comes with on Spotify is
wake up with the sunrise, grateful for another day. No matter what the world brings, I choose to smile anyway. Every challenge, every win, it's a part of where I've been. I'm thankful for today, in every single way. I see the good in everything, the little moments make me sing. With open heart I face the day, grateful for all that comes my way. I'm thankful for today, come what may. I'm living in the light, I'm here to stay.
It just makes me feel so good. The frequency of that song must be very, very high indeed. So I hope you found today fascinating. I'd love to know what you enjoyed learning about, what you'd like to learn more about, and what you decide to do from your challenges today. I'm going to now pop off the live and post those images and the links for you to explore. And thank you for being here. I'm grateful for you. Bye for now.